Hello and welcome everyone again into another video. Today's video I'm showcasing a champion, a Void Legendary that we all get for free by literally just playing the game. And most of you should have it unless like you are new to the game. And that champion is his name is Quintus. So what does make Quintus good? Well, he's the champion you get literally by just playing live arena, and then at 4,000 MMR you should be able to get it, which takes I think around like 6 months, less than 6 months. I think I'm exaggerating when I say 6 months. So according to the rating, he's pretty horrible. I don't believe this. He is actually decent. In Hydra, he deserves 5 out of 5. But the problem with Hydra is that he must be fully awakened with Crushing Rend. So if you're willing to get him a 6-star Crushing Rend, he is gonna smack all of these and he's gonna become 5 in literally every category. Now, what makes Quintus unique? Well, technically what makes him unique is his A1. Quintus came to the game at a point where like lockout champions were the strongest because they introduced live arena, and early in live arena days lockout was a huge thing. Like if you don't have a lockout, you're gonna cry in live arena. Real quick guys, get yourself a free legendary Narma by clicking the link in my description. You will also get 3 amazing epics: Anax, Uugo, and Mausoleum Mage. All you need to do is number 1, log out of Play and Play on your PC and uninstall it. Number 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Number 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Number 4, go to your inbox and claim the champion. So don't miss out on the great chance to get Narma and 3 very strong epics. So make sure to click my link before it expires. And his main ability is actually, unlike all other champions in the game, it's actually his A1. If he's locked out, his A1 is still capable of killing something like Siphi or Duchess, no matter how tanky they are. Because if you look at it, it's attack one enemy, place an extra hit, that's 2. If the target has no buffs, the attack is critical, repeat, which means he will hit 4 times. And this ability, I've seen it one-shotting like with the 4 hits, killing a Duchess that is very, very tanky. And that was like his main signature thing. But he has some cool stuff, like as an example, his A3, he buffs himself and then he resets himself's cooldown. You see attack all enemy, place an increased attack, 30% increased crit damage on this champion for 3 turns before attack, and reset the cooldown of his A2. So that's like another thing about him, is that his A3 when it kills, reset A2, his A2 when it kills, reset his A3. And for today's content, I do need this factor just to show you why this is pretty decent, and it does good damage. His A2 actually does less damage than his A1, so unless you need the decreased defense, I don't recommend having it on, okay? Like you will see why. Attack one enemy, remove all buffs, then place decreased defense, okay? We don't have a problem till then. On the target for 2 turns before attacking. So before he attacks, he strips and then put decreased defense. This effect cannot be resisted or blocked. So when you see blocked, that means it should strip Stone Skin. The problem that it doesn't strip Stone Skin because this is worded wrong. When you see cannot be resisted, that means he does not need accuracy. Can't be blocked, that means it should always go through Stone Skin, which means you should strip Stone Skin, put the decreased defense. Now I know some people know it doesn't. No, it does, okay? That's how it's supposed, that's how it's worded, that's how it's supposed to work. But it doesn't, and that means this is worded wrong. It doesn't always go through Stone Skin. Damage inflicted by this skill cannot be decreased by enemy's passive skill or by masteries, except by the passive skills of bosses. What does this mean? You know, like champion like Teras, when you hit him, he destroys his max HP and then take less damage. Quintus's A2, when he was first released, was able to kill Taurus because Taurus cannot decrease the incoming damage from this ability, and that's why this ability was so unique back in the days when he was first released. Damage cannot be increased as well, so it can't be decreased or increased, okay? Except when attacking bosses. Reset the cooldown of A3 when kills an enemy. I actually don't remember his passive. Each of this champion skill deals pure damage. Okay, the amount of pure damage deals equal to 10% of the target's max HP for each buff on them. Who's them? The champion or the enemy? I'm assuming it's the enemy because usually when Siphi Duchess has buffs, he kills them. I think that's what I'm assuming. So what do I have on him? I have Phantom Touch. Why not Heaven Cast? Because I need Phantom Touch because I am someone who doesn't have 2 newts to farm Fire Knight. And today's in Fire Knight, we have a pretty huge tournament called a Triple Savage. And I need to farm those Savage gear. And if you don't have double newts, you don't have business farming stage 10 because it will fail at one point. So I was like, maybe I can do some Quintus shenanigan. Now, the problem with this team is that you actually do need a 6-star crushing rend on Quintus. So, preset-wise, Cardiel, or whichever your ally attacker, only use his A3 on the boss. Lady Mikage, only use her A3 on the boss. Cold Heart. Cold Heart has the best AI in the entire game, by the way. So all you need to do is just turn off her A2. And if there is a shield, she will use A1. If there is no shield, she will use her A3. Newt also has an amazing AI. They actually fixed that a while ago, like I think 2-3 months ago. So just make sure to turn off this ability. So that's all we need to do. Now, because I don't have double Newts, I have to get way more speed to be able to do that. Wait, my Newt is not full. Oh my god. Okay, that means I stripped Newt. I took a piece and I was literally farming Sand Devil. Okay, I see the problem. I was actually missing a piece. So as far as Quintus, first wave, use your A3. Okay, second wave, I need him to go 2 turns, which means I need him to go use this one. And then when he kills, he's gonna use this one. And then against the boss, I don't need his A3, okay? Because his A3 is literally just to give him increased attack, which I give him from Mikage, so I don't need that because I need him to use A1 most of the time, okay? Now let's go and see how does the run go, actually. So, as far as the relic, I don't remember what relic. Oh, I have Gore Crescent on him. Anything that make him do damage is actually better. I just don't have enough options, okay? So he's not able to kill here. That's expected, because I don't have Crushing Rend. I should be able to do it. So you see, he reset his A3, and now we move to the next ability. Now, because he killed, he is going to get the God Crescent bonus, and you see, he almost killed everyone. Now, with more stats, he can do it. With Crushing Rend, he can definitely destroy the boss, the mobs. All I care about now is to get through the boss's shield. Wait, why did Mikage not use her? Oh my god, Mikage is missing a yeah, she's missing a gear, guys. Sorry for that. She's missing a gear. Okay, hopefully we can, hopefully we don't regret this. Oh my god, this is embarrassing, actually. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, we get a reflex gear proc. By the way, I do run reflex on Cold Heart because I need her to use her A3 as much as possible. We landed the thing here. Newt, go for the Blessed Bash. Surprisingly, because I don't have a gear on Mikage. Oh my! I checked everyone's gear except Mikage. I don't have a gear on Mikage, and I'm still able to survive this. Just shows you that. This team is actually legit. Look at Cardiel getting a proc after a proc after a proc. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing, dude. Not gonna lie. Okay, we were able to beat it, even with Mikage having no gear. Where's Mikage? See, guys? Maybe this is the sauce. Maybe. For Fire Knight, I like to run Mikage in 9 pieces of protection with Perched Shadow. I also do like running her in 9 pieces Merciless for the chance of getting an extra turn, right? So yeah, now that Mikage is geared, I have 9 pieces of protection here. We're talking about 365 speed. I feel like that's very slow, to be honest. Wait a second. Where's Fire Knight? Okay, 385, that's acceptable. I feel like she needs to be 400 if you don't have double Newts. I think 400 is fine. Just like to be more safe, okay? I don't want Newt to use his A3, okay? Just to be safe. Why? When you don't have double Newts, there is always a 3% chance at least into failing, because if one freeze gets resisted, the run will go downtown, okay? Like actually, the run will be so bad. So I always recommend, if you don't have double Newts, just use one. There is also a, as far as replacements wise, you could use a Blizzard. You could use the Epic that has freeze. The only reason I don't use him is literally because I don't have him awakened and I can't pull his soul, and I just hate it because, you know, that Epic doesn't have the best damage unless he's fully awakened with a Crushing Rend. When you have Crushing Rend, he's actually amazing, so totally recommended. And now we can see that he is going for the full nuke, okay? We start with an ally attack. Let's see. Another ally attack will come in here. So Newt here is just gonna focus on doing A1. You see, one of those was resisted. So if he does nuke here, it's actually gonna fail. So that's a reason why you should be focusing, like if you don't have 2 newts, or like in general like 2 freeze champions, because 2 freeze champions will make it way easier. Now thinking about it, if you don't want to use Cold Heart and you have what's her face, the undead champion that when she is revived, she attacks whoever killed her. She does some very good damage actually, like very good, but again, all of these champions need to be 6-star awakened. So the sad truth is that if you don't have double newts, you're gonna struggle, but there are some options, you know, and these options require some gear, required something, but it's doable. Like that's the main thing. I think I have I had a problem with my preset, by the way, because if you saw like at the beginning, when like what's his face, yeah, because where is Quintus? This one is supposed to be open and then don't use, because I needed it here, and then he used his A2 like way after, which made it actually very problematic. I think opener and default. Okay, I think this is the actual preset, because like he used his A3 here, and then he used A2 in the second wave. Then when he get to the boss, there was a delay in using his A2, which made the boss survive enough until the end, because we should have enough hits, because we're talking about 1, okay, without counting Phantom Touch, 1, 2, and then there is 5 here because Phantom Touch is 6-star, that's 7, and there is a 3 here, at least there is 4 because he did his Phantom Touch, and then there is 4 here, sometimes could be 5, it depends if there is a shield or not, because we should be able to get through the shield, as you can see here, which means I can go straight for the decreased defense. Okay, we're gonna drop the turn meter. Yeah, and this is what I wanted to see. Now the boss is gonna put the shield up. Everyone's gonna get revived. Ally attack should be up from Cardiel. The shield should be down any moment. And now his A1 should do some good damage. I still actually don't like it. I just want to get a second newt, to be honest, not gonna lie. But, you know, he has a use. So you saw, like, once we made newt only use his A1, it's way better. Almost like 1:30, not my best time, to be honest, but I don't have double newts. I want to try with the Blizzard here, but I'm trying to showcase newt at stage 10 Fire Knight. So that's like the main reason we're doing this. Now, if you're doing something like, as an example, like where would he shine? Quintus is the best champion, quote unquote, to farm Shogun, and I will show you why. He's quote unquote the fastest Shogun farmer, because here he nuke, and then he A2, then he nuke, and then he A2, and then he nuke. See guys? That was a 9-second Minotaur farming. This is where Quintus shine. It's actually Minotaur. He's the best Minotaur farmer. I know some mythicals can do, like we're talking about Siegfried can do it in 7 seconds, but as far as legendaries, he's the only champion that can do it, I think, in 9 seconds. Okay, he can do it in 8 if I have Artisan Helper and I have like higher frame rate per second. As far as Arena, he does have a use with Arena, but you need like champions that guarantee will strip the stone skin. We're talking about Sulfurion, Gizmag, all type of these champions. So this is like, where do I use him? I actually do use him sometimes in Hydra. I just don't use him anymore. The problem with him in Hydra is that, like, as an example, Ninja has something in their faction called Mikage. Every time she A1, Ninja will join her. For his faction, there is no such a thing like that. So the only way you could get out some damage out of him is by having a champion called Legate Teox, because Teox A1 has some sort of ally attack. So if you put him with him, he's gonna do some good damage. But again, he needs a 6-star. Yeah, you guys guessed it. He needs a 6-star awaken. Maybe one day I will pull his soul and then I will make another showcase of him. Now, is he like a Fire Knight 100%? I don't think so. I don't think I have a Fire Knight 100% team. Because you either farm it slow and it's gonna be guaranteed with something like Valkyrie and Martyr, or you have to farm it fast, but then you have to sacrifice some win rate. But if you have double newts, which I don't have, that's the way. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Thanks so much everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like the content, make sure to leave a like if you're new to the channel. Make sure to subscribe and we'll catch you on the next video. Peace.